Hello YouTube, we got another knife mods for you. We are modifying the Benchmade bugout. I've actually done one of these before, but here we are again. We are doing the Applied Weapons Technology aluminum scales in the blue. And something that I think is kind of cool is that they have these oversized washers, which are absolutely awesome. If you have a Benchmade and you have a little bit of the side to side, not up and down but side to side, these are supposed to give you a little more stability. Now I don't really have that much problem with this, but I kind of wanted to try it to say, hey, if you're having this issue, it'd be cool to check out. You need a T10 for the pivot and T6 for everything else. Let's get into it. Sorry if I sound a little more coarse than I usually do. I am just kind of lost my voice the past couple days. Sorry if I also haven't been posting as many videos recently. I started a new job where I just don't have a lot of time as of recent. So we got our pivot screw. Now with T6s, what I usually do, just to show you, is I will put it in there, and then I'm actually pushing with this hand and then also pushing with this hand and then giving it a little extra love. So if you have T6s and you're having an issue with them or issue with stripping, you may want to push and push. Give it a little bit of extra give. Ooh, so my blade's coming out because I already took out the pivot first. Okay, so all that's out. There we go. Nice. Now, typically, you could change one side, leave the pivot in, change the other side, but I want to try out these other washers, which let's see the size difference between the two washers really fast. So is there a shiny side? Okay, they're both kind of shiny, but that's a pretty good size difference between the two. So let's keep continuing on. So we gotta get that one. Okay, we gotta get this one, and then the main pivot will be out. So there we go. Main pivot is out. So in my, let's talk about Benchmade video, I made a statement that I've never personally had an Omega spring break. And this is where people will probably be like, oh, he had one break. No, I haven't. But through talking to a couple people even on that video and some people even in everyday life, I learned that a lot of times where people have issues with their Omega springs breaking is when they use tools on their Omega springs. So, which I thought was interesting. Now, I'm not throwing away or getting rid of those handles because two reasons. One, if I decide I want to go back to them, then I'll have them. Two, wow, there's no difference in weight. Like these are, wow, and they're stable. I'm actually really excited because that's one thing I've always, not gonna lie, one thing I've never really loved about modifying Benchmades with titanium was that they kind of didn't feel as good after, honestly. Now, it's a good idea every once in a while to clean out your knives. Give them a little tune up here and there. So see how easy it was to take off the Omega springs, pull out the crossbar lock, or as they call it, the axis lock, and we'll pull out these, and we'll pull out that just to be on the safe side. And then what I'm gonna do is sorry guys, I really am not sick. It's not that I'm sick. I have this cough that just will not go away. Like came on all of a sudden, then I lost my voice, but I feel great. It's just really weird. Where are my cloths? Cloth. Oh, here we go. Microfiber cloth. I use a little bit of the Blue Lube cleaner, which I'm actually running very low on. Just put a little bit on there. And I like the Blue Lube cleaner because it does a really good job taking off grease and grime. And it's not just because I'm like some avid Benchmade lover, even though I really do. Sorry, I almost dropped the camera there. Even though I do like Benchmade, I'm not like this huge avid Benchmade person where it's like I can only have Benchmade. I understand there's other companies out there. I get it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna see which side has the most wear, because that'll tell me where. So it looks like they're supposed to be like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this side back on, because once you apply this scale or this insert into the obviously the handle, the scale, look how easy that was. Just a little bit up, and you're not gonna be able to really get it back out. So take our side. I cannot believe how lightweight these are. I am so excited about that. What I'm gonna do is I am now gonna put the pivot in. So here's the pivot. It is a D shape. There is a flat side here. So you want to line up the flat side. You want to line up the flat side. See, there's the flat side. And we're going to line up the flat side with this. Oh my goodness, this already looks really good. There we go. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put in this right here. Now, one thing that I do when I'm doing these knives is I will put the screws in, but I won't tighten them. I'll just get them till I feel them start. Right there. That's it. Done. Okay, so now we're going to try out, which, like I said, I'm going to be keeping these smaller ones too. Personally, there's no reason to get rid of your stuff. It's not going to take up that much extra room, and if you ever want to put it back to the way it was for whatever reason, you can still do that. So everything's nice in there. Don't have to worry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of lubricant. You could use this or KPL. Either one works fine. And you don't need a lot. I just kind of try to get it, around. Oh, that's kind of a lot. Oh, well. It's going to be fine. There's that. Then we need to put the knife blade on. So with the knife blade, actually, you know what? I forgot. I want to clean off this area of the knife blade. Just a tap on there. Let's see. Oop. Pull back on the Omega spring. There it is right there. Okay. Now we're gonna just put a little bit, tap, just a little bit on there. Just kind of move it around with the new washer. Look at those washers. Those are cool. Now, this is how it has to go on. So we have to now go underneath like this, through like that, and then this gets a little tricky, okay? So this is where I always, there we go, and like that. Boom. Look at that. Couldn't ask for that to go on better. Now we're going to take the spring, the Omega spring. We are going to gently I remember the first time I ever took apart a bug out. It wasn't as bad as everyone kind of made it seem. So I was kind of like, I don't quite get it, but every once in a while you do get these, you know, a little bit harder ones that are kind of like, hey, well, I want to go. Just go. Okay. The problem I'm having is I need to get that there. There we go. And now I need to pull this over. Come on. Everybody watching this is painful, right? Okay. Got it on. Now we're going to take the other side. We're going to slap it on there. And then what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this pivot collar in. Oh, no, I lied. That's not the first thing I'm going to do. I'm actually going to have to take this back off because I forgot about these. I did. So what we're going to do is, because I don't want to lose everything that I did, I'm going to hit this side really fast. So we're going to go there. Wow, these sink in a lot farther. So that means it is going to be a little bit wider, which actually might be interesting. Now, these also have a D shape on them. So they have a side that, there we go. I'm like twisting I'm holding it with my thumb on one side, and then there we go. And like I said, nothing is tight right now. Hold that with my thumb on that side. Okay. There we go. Now I can put this side back on. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I almost forgot that. That would have been terrible. Okay. So yeah, so this is definitely wider. It has made the knife, these scales have made the knife wider this way, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Not at all. Like I said, none of these screws are overly tight. I'm going to just kind of get the pivot started just so that it's there. That way I don't have to worry. And there's another reason why I don't want to overly tighten everything either, is because we got to check out the blade centering, because right now, pardon me, right now that blade is centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly start turning these a little bit more till they start to get snug. Just lightly. Make sure my centering's still good. It is. Be light. Okay. Be light. Okay. And light. Oh, there we go. Light. Okay. I was afraid I almost tripped that for a second. So now, as we could tell, the blade centering is just a tad bit off. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. So what we're going to do is we're going to start working on the pivot. And actually, as I'm tightening the pivot, I could see it start. Is it moving on me? That's really tight. So we're going to back that off. It's leaning a little bit, I think, to the left, just a tad bit. Is it? Let me see. Let's see. So it's leaning this way. So I actually want to put a little pressure that same way. Loosen up the pivot, tighten the pivot. That looks good to me. That's pretty much centered. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that's going to take some getting used to. But that's actually really nice. Let's get the pocket clip on. So I am a right-handed person. So when I put it in my pocket, this side the clip's on. So let's get these in here. I've had other aluminum scales in the past, and they were okay. They didn't. They stripped out. They didn't feel bad, but they're also actually quite a bit heavier too, which I was kind of like, eh. So one of the things I love about the Benchmade Osborne is that it has the aluminum scales, and I just feel like they make it such a solid feeling knife, and that feels solid. Look at that. Applied Weapons Tech. That is a killer. And it's got the same vibe, same feel as, like, meaning the blue. But it's twice I've done that. But it is just so nice. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you've tried the Applied Weapons Tech before. I think this is going to be a really cool upgrade, and I'm excited. It's a little bit wider, like I said. But I'm excited to give these a shot. Take care, guys.